Let's talk Arizona State Baylor. You ready for that conversation? This is a game that before the year I thought would help decide who was going to play for a Big 12 championship. And I still think it can. I'm not as confident based on what I've seen from these two teams early on, but I think it still can play a big role. Make sure you're subscribed right now on the show if you love the Big 12. So with that, Arizona State has the loss to Mississippi State on its resume. And they were winning the game. Of course, they blow it late. We all know how the game went down, right? You have a Baylor team that has also had a, up and down non-conference. They're a team that right now goes out there and they lose to Auburn week 1, and then they go on the road and they beat SMU, followed by their win over Samford. So all that's happening, and you're looking at this Baylor team and saying, what exactly are they? Well, you've got a Baylor team right now that I think is having major problems, especially on the defensive side. All right? This Baylor team cannot stop the run. Arizona State's been very good running the ball so far. Arizona State is right now third in the Big 12 in rushing yards per game with 232 yards per game, trailing only BYU and Utah. So I think that Arizona State is poised to run all over Baylor on the road on Saturday. And if you're going to win on the road, you get that running game going early, you are going to be in a great spot. And that's what I see Arizona State establishing early and often. There have been questions. Sam Leavitt was awful against Mississippi State a couple of weeks back. But maybe Mississippi State is just a better team than what we expected. They are picked to finish near the bottom of the SEC, and I'm not saying that they won't, but that's a tough road environment that Arizona State was in. And I'm not saying Waco isn't difficult, but listen, I've been to Waco, and I love you guys in Waco, but that road environment is not Mississippi State slamming that dopey cowbell, which should be illegal, but we'll save that for another conversation on another day. But it's that running attack for Arizona State that I see having success against Baylor. That'll give them the pacing in this game that they're looking for, and will set them up to be in a spot where they can go on the road, they can win the game, and they can beat the Baylor Bears. But they're going to have to put points up because Baylor is going to score. Baylor is absolutely going to get it going. The question is, can Arizona State slow down the game enough? Can Sam Leavitt be a dual threat guy on Saturday? Can Raleek Brown at running back also have himself, I think, a pretty big day? Then you've got yourself something cooking. All right? Then you're in a very good spot. But you also have to slow down Sawyer Robertson just enough. And I admit, I've got questions as to whether or not Arizona State can do that. Because right now, this Arizona State defense is at the bottom of the Big 12 in passing yards allowed per game. So I can't sit here with a ton of confidence and tell you that I think Arizona State will absolutely be able to do that against a Baylor team that throws the ball all over the field and does it very effectively. But I think that switch is going to turn on. And if they slow this game down a hair, that's where Arizona State is going to find itself victorious. So I like Arizona State in this game, and I'm picking them to win on the road by a final of 27-24 over the Baylor Bears.